Welcome to Code Peace Investigates. Today, guys, we are going to be talking about this story that's happening now. You guys probably are aware of it, but it's about a 6-year-old boy, Kanai, who was playing actually in his yard on his basketball rim during the day. A regular, average day. He's outside playing in his yard. His ball rolls into the street, and I have the footage. We're going to watch the footage of this incident taking place. It's horrific, guys, but this is a very controversial case that's happening right now, and the woman that was accused and arrested at the scene for this incident is Keontae Goss. Is her name? I believe it is. The woman right here on the right with the blonde hair. And the woman on the left, she goes by Lakeisha on Facebook. This is Kanai's mom. Now, backstory. So, Keontae, here on the right, hits Kanai, jumps out the car to his aid, and stayed on the scene until um, help arrived. The mom was in the house with a whole lot of other adults, didn't realize that Kanai was outside playing until they heard the tires of a car skidding down the road, trying to stop. They instantly run out the house to see what is going on. And you can hear an adult yells, "Where's Kanai? Is Kanai in the house? Go check to see if Kanai is in the house." Someone goes to check and see if Kanai is in the house, comes back. No, Kanai is not in the house. They run down to the scene only to realize that it's Kanai that got hit by the car. Now, the update to this story is um charges has been dropped on Keontae for now. They charged her with driving without a license and insurance, I believe it was. But it's still open as of now. The investigation is still open. But they have arrested the mom now. They have brought up charges on the mom. Not sure exactly what charges yet. Haven't seen an update with that yet. But this is the vehicle after the incident happened. On the scene, this is how the vehicle looks. So we're just gonna jump into some things. I'm going to play the video for you guys first, so you guys can see what is going on. Mm, Give me a second. So what you guys looking at, you might have to zoom into it, given how I recorded this video. But you see the ball um actually flies towards the street, but Kanai was close enough to the ball to grab it and just go back and start playing. But you see Kanai, he kicks the ball. Not saying that this is his fault, but he's being a kid. He's right there with the ball. He kicks the ball in the street. And then you see him wandering back and forth, like debating if he should go into the street to get this ball. And for a minute he didn't, but then he walks out the camera view, and that's when he goes to get this ball, and that's when everything takes place. Let's continue.
Oh my God! Who's it? Where's Canal? Where's Canal? Canal! Canal in it. Go get Canal in the house. Canal in the house in the front room. He not. He not. Is that Canal, Casey? Casey, is that Canal? So yeah, we see that Canal in the house. Yeah, can you please get to Singlet Street?
This is so sad, so sad. Let's continue.
We're in mourning tonight after a 6-year-old boy is killed after sadly being hit by a car in Fraser. Police say the little guy was hit at the intersection of Signal Street and Whitney Avenue and later died at Le Bonheur. A driver was arrested and charged. WRG's Mike Suriani is live at MPD's Austin Peay station with reaction to this horrifying set of circumstances. Mike?
Hey, good afternoon, Greg. Yes, a very sad situation. A 6-year-old boy struck and killed Thursday just feet away from his home on Whitney Avenue in Fraser. Now, family still too upset to talk to me, but a neighbor described what she heard and saw Thursday.
Well, I was walking through the house and I heard an impact and I thought it was a car wreck.
Helen Carter lives on Whitney Avenue in Fraser, close enough Thursday afternoon to see and hear neighbors traumatized after a young boy was struck by a car.
When I came out, his family was screaming and running up and down the street, and she said a 6-year-old baby was hit by the car. All I know is she said he was playing with a ball. That's all I know. That's all I know. And they were crowded over there, and they were covering him up, and cars were everywhere.
According to Memphis police, the youngster was in the westbound lane of Whitney Avenue when he was struck by a car going west on Whitney near Signal Street. The driver of the car, identified as 23-year-old Kenyante Goss, remained on the scene and was charged with driving while license suspended, revoked, or canceled, and financial responsibility law violation. The youngster was pronounced deceased at Le Bonheur Children's Hospital. Helen Carter still can't believe what happened and says vehicles are always speeding by her house and accidents are commonplace.
It was loud. It was a horrible impact. That's all I know. I was like, they done had a wreck out here again.
She says crashed vehicles normally end up in her front yard. Friday, no one in the victim's family wanted to speak about the 6-year-old, as balloons and stuffed animals are the only reminders of Thursday's chaos.
That's so sad, so sad. Trust me, I feel for the mother. It's a lot going on Facebook with this situation because everyone is feeling for the little boy himself, that this happened to him, but they also feel sympathy for Keontae, the driver, as well. And she's getting a lot of support on social media. And now the mom, like, they've been bashing the mom from day one because they was looking at how all these adults are in the house and nobody paid attention to this baby being outside. But let's continue.
The driver accused of hitting and killing a 6-year-old in Fraser is no longer facing charges. Police say it happened last Thursday on Signal Street near Whitney. The child died at the hospital. MPD says the driver stayed at the scene and was first charged with driving on a suspended license and without insurance. But those charges were dropped Monday. The DA's office says the case is still under investigation and could still go to a grand jury.
So a lot of people were saying that she was speeding. A lot of people said she wasn't speeding. They're saying that the cameras, it shows a lot faster than the actual traffic is going. So it's a lot of controversy going on with this case. This is a video of a bystander seeing the police take the mom into custody. I haven't seen no news footage yet of her being arraigned or anything about yet, so I'm still looking into that.
Damn. Both at the mama house. They got the mama in cuffs. Live footage, you hear me? They finna lock the mama up. The mama is going to jail.
Maybe they charging her with neglect or something of that nature, but we're gonna get into. So I showed y'all this is the vehicle of the incident. It's just so tragic. But Keontae really felt remorseful for what she did. She came out and made a post on Facebook. The mom of Kanai, which is Lakeisha, shared the post, and she is not okay. But let me show y'all. So this is the post Keontae made. It says, the mom shared it, and she says, this is the biggest lie I ever heard all day. But Keontae, which goes by Tavo on Facebook, says, this not for no sympathy. This not for no sympathy, but to the family, the mother, everyone who was affected yesterday. I'm sorry. I know sorry can't bring back baby boy, but if I could trade spots with that precious baby, I would in a heartbeat. I held him for 3 minutes, screaming to the top of my lungs, rocking him, praying he made it. That he made it. I was the last thing that baby seen before he closed his eyes. Forever, not his mom, dad, family members, me, the person who did this shit. I promise this shit is gonna be with me forever. And the mama didn't like it at all. But you also see the mama in the comments is paid to make content too. So I don't know. A lot of people was looking at the mom side eye because they saying how she posted his last moments on Facebook and all this stuff. Like it's not given or whatever. So, but let's continue. And then um, okay, so this is the original post that she made, but the mom shared it. So in her comments, when Keontae posted it, she in the comments she said he was the same age as my son. He has so much life ahead of him. When I look at my son, I see him. When I close my eyes, I relive the shit. That innocent baby. And then she got like so much sympathy and people coming to her, speaking life into her and all of that good stuff. They really don't feel like this was her fault, basically. It says, as the Memphis community continues mourning the tragic loss of 6-year-old Kanai Thomas, the woman police say was driving the vehicle that struck him has now shared a public message on Facebook. Keontae Goss, who authorities say he hit the child in the Fraser area on March 12th, posted an emotional apology saying she is deeply sorry for what happened. In the message, she wrote that the little boy was the same age as her own son and said when she looks at her child now, she relives the moment. Goss also said she tried to help Kanai after the crash, claiming she held him, rocked him, and prayed while waiting for help to arrive. She said she would trade places with the young boy in a heartbeat if it were possible, and that the moment will stay with her forever. Police say Goss remained at the scene after the crash and was taken into custody. She is currently facing charges for driving with a suspended or revoked license and driving without proof of insurance. Authorities say she is being held on a $10,000 bond and is scheduled to appear in court March 16th. which has passed, and she ended up bonding out. Her godmom and supporters helped to get her out. And the mom shared that post and basically said she don't accept her apology. And then in the comments over here, somebody said most moms will be on the porch at the least screaming at the baby, leave the ball alone. I was the neighborhood kid babysitter. Somebody should have been there. How can they all fail this precious baby? Then blame her. And then somebody commented and said, you rejected the apology, but the question is, where the hell were you? Not to mention, he kicked that ball in the road while watching cars pass by. How could any mom allow their baby out front alone, knowing cars be flying past the house? Why couldn't basketball goal be put in the backyard? There's so many questions. My sons are autistic, 18, 16, 11, and 1, and I still don't let them kids out front without me out there because I know motherfuckers be flowing their vehicles straight through the stop sign and down the road directly in front of my house. So they basically been getting on the mom and family members in this case. Um, Again, the mom has been arrested. Keontae, the driver, has been released. Kanai is no longer with us. And this case is raising so many questions, so many answers that need, so many things that need to be answered, and people are looking for the answers. Like, why were all of y'all in that house and nobody was paying attention to him? All these things. So this is a story that I'm still continuing to follow and get more updates on, because hey, I feel bad for both sides. I really do. I can't. This is one of them stories I can't pick and choose on. I really can't. I can see fault like everybody else when it comes to him being out there alone. I can. And them locking her up, I feel like maybe they should wait until she's able to bury her child. I don't know. It's just up in the air with me right now. But this is what I have for you guys. Um, Y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm out. Bye.